And cancerous, corrupt government versus we, the people. The same caliber of people who corrupted Twitter are usurping your rights in government. That's our focus in tonight's preamble. As you all know, left-wing extremist Democrats seek government positions for the sole purpose of gaining power to run your life. They also seek government office to use your hard-earned money to feather their own nests. No greater example of this exists than the corrupt Biden family. They've been selling access and sponging off of Americans for decades. They have no real discernible talent and contribute nothing of value to our country or society. They just feel they're owed a living paid for by you and me. To that end, when Democrats take power, they use government to illegally and immorally steal your rights, wealth, and liberty. Yesterday, Alejandro Mayorkas went to Capitol Hill amid calls for his impeachment to explain why he and his boss, the people who put words into Joe Biden's mouth, have been busy allowing millions of illegal aliens into the United States, even though they have no legal right to be here. Not surprisingly, the Democrats, who implement socialism, didn't want to spend time highlighting how their party has now partnered with narco-terrorists, human traffickers, and gun smugglers. No, the Democrats wanted to know how Mayorkas was going to use government to insulate Democrats from accountability from all the harm they have caused to you and your family. Mayorkas explained that, like Twitter's former management, the federal government will now abuse its awesome power to curtail your free speech.
Our Undersecretary for Policy, Rob Silvers, is co-chair with our Principal Deputy General Counsel, Jennifer Daskal, in leading a just recently constituted misinformation, disinformation governance board. So we're bringing the goal is to bring the resources of the department together to address this threat.
You heard that right. Your tax dollars are now going to be used by the government to attack free speech that government deems to be, quote, misinformation or disinformation. Now, government has no constitutional authority to do this, but absent an opposition party, Biden's handlers are just going to do it. So the next time a Democrat sells influence to foreign enemies to enrich their cokehead kids like Joe Biden did, government will deem it disinformation and then bring the full force of government down on citizens to quell that speech. It's 100% legal for Twitter, a private company, to deny free speech on their platform. It's 100% illegal for government to do it. To all of you folks out there in the fake news, Jake Tapper, Joyless Reed, would you support this power in the hands of, oh, I don't know, Donald Trump or a GOP president? What is the GOP leadership doing, by the way, in the face of this clear violation of our mutual compact, the Constitution? Nothing. Not a peep. In fact, rumor has it that Mitt Romney is curled up in the fetal position in his office, sucking his thumb, begging Biden not to hurt him. Mayorkas wasn't done. When asked about the greatest threat to the homeland, Mayorkas didn't say Al-Qaeda, BLM, or Antifa terrorists, narco-terrorists, or MS-13 gangs he's been letting in over the border. Nope. Mayorkas said the greatest threat to America is you.
What is your current assessment of the domestic terrorism threat to our country?
Mr. Chairman, it is our assessment that domestic violent extremism poses the greatest terrorism-related threat to our homeland. And we have taken a number of steps in the Department of Homeland Security to meet this consequential challenge.
Wow. That's right. All you parents showing up at school board meetings, all of you people objecting to an invasion of the southern border, all of you people frustrated over the government-inflicted economic downturn, skyrocketing gas prices, skyrocketing food prices, and Joe Biden's promised food shortages. Your government views your displeasure with their colossal screw-ups and bad performance as their biggest threat. And so it is. Those of us who believe in a government of, by, and for the people are the biggest threat to a Benedict Arnold like Mayorkas and the political party that supports his unlawful and totalitarian efforts. Mayorkas also did his fair share of lying and propagandizing under oath in front of Congress.
We inherited a broken and dismantled system that is already under strain. It is not built to manage the current levels and types of migratory flows. Only Congress can fix this. Yet, we have effectively managed an unprecedented number of non-citizens seeking to enter the United States.
Yeah, effectively. He lies about President Trump's border. Illegal immigration was slowed to a trickle under President Trump. We all remember. Mayorkas did say that it was Congress's job to fix the borders, but why bother? Biden would simply ignore the new law anyway, what he's doing right now. And we all know that both political parties, Republicans and Democrats, they colluded to ensure that illegal immigration will never be stopped in the United States, even though the vast majority of Americans do not support illegal immigration. Then Mayorkas acted as if illegals have a right to show up at the border and come into the United States illegally. For the record, no right exists that allows any foreign national to come into the United States illegally. The Salcedo Show axiom states that illegal immigration is wrong, illegal immigration is immoral, and illegal immigration is bad for any nation forced to endure it by its political class. It's 100% true. But now the so-called Department of Homeland Security is working to make sure you can never utter such things. In true communist fashion, Democrats are turning our government against us. And in an ironic kick in the crotch, they're raising our taxes to force us to pay for it all. Speaking of communist policies.
You've heard me say it many times about our children, but it's true. They're all our children. And the reason you're the teachers of the year is because you recognize that. They're not somebody else's children. They're like yours when they're in the classroom.
Did you all hear that? The mentally compromised man says that your kids belong to the state.